Today is a particularly exciting day for me, because, the young guys like you, not me, my children and my nephews, you young ones, you have decided that now you're going to get more involved in the running of this nation, and I like it, You hear people now coming up to run as MPs and things like that, and they are young, they are dynamic. And I'm hoping that you are bringing a new breath of fresh air into the politics. So today, show some love, man. Show some love. Today I'm going political with the young guys, man. I'm going political with the young guys. We'll talk about so many things, but we're going political with the young guys. And there's this lady that I'm going to introduce now. She's my niece, actually. And she's dynamic. She's done so much stuff. And she is also going to enter into politics. Later on, after her, we'll meet another person who is also young and dynamic. And he also wants to go into politics. But let me start now by introducing, put your hands together, show some love for the wonderful, beautiful Obuobia Darko-Opoku. Wow, welcome. You're looking great, man.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm hanging,
Refusing to grow as usual.
Well, that's what they say. They say, okay, so
they say, but you don't know.
The bones tell a different story.
Really?
Man. Oh.
Early in the morning.
I go up, I'm very, very healthy. I go to sleep after the gym. I wake up, Mrs. C.
Oh, the bones just wants to remind you.
But it's good to have you here, man.
Yes, I'm happy to be here. I've always enjoyed watching it. Today
really?
I'm on it.
Today you're on it,
and I'm happy
man.
To be here.
Yeah, and I'm very, very happy to have you here. Yeah. But you have a background in journalism, yeah?
Of course. I've practiced journalism. I've done for over a decade, and I've worked at just one particular station. Yeah. I didn't change.
You didn't change?
Nobody poached me.
Nobody poached you? You
stuck? I believe in loyalty. I was loyal to Radio Gold. So nothing could change my mind. Wow. And I enjoyed working there. And then we became like one big family with Babo leading us. Yes. He was the class prefect.
Yes.
So I enjoyed working there. And nothing could change my mind to move to another station.
Really?
As people were being poached and running around to
better
stations.
Though?
A few people had come to talk to me, a few stations, up and coming stations. But I simply was not interested. Yeah. I love Radio Gold.
Wow.
Yeah.
Still.
Yes, the power and the glory.
But that's great, man. What have you been up to, man? I mean, you've been off air, and I know you tried to run for office.
Sure.
Yeah.
In 2012, I stood on the ticket of the National Democratic Congress for the Wejak-Bawe constituency.
For
the Wejak-Bawe constituency.
Okay. And from what I heard, you were capsized by a 68-year-old lady.
Of course, yeah, sure. And that's the whole idea, you understand me? Yeah. People simply think that because we believe in these colors, no matter what kind of brains, what kind of quality of person you bring, we will still vote for these particular people. So I just simply always tell myself that I think that one day the dynamics of the politics of this country should change. You understand me? Politics is not about which colors you believe in. I believe that politics should be about issues. It should be about what you can do for the people. Because you go and represent the people. And when you represent them, you don't represent them because you are NDC or NPP. Because you cannot say that because you've won as a member of a Parliament, you're just going to work for the party that you won on their ticket. Yeah. So I think that one day we should be able to change dynamics of political...
But how do you think, or what do you think can be done to change that? Because that is very steadfast,
you know what I mean? It will take us to change it. It won't take anybody. There's no school that we have to go to get the training, or there's no lecturer that is going to take all of us into a classroom and tell us exactly how to change the dynamics of the politics of this country. It is about us. You have a certain middle class that simply thinks that they understand all issues, they can deal with issues simply because they are middle class. But they do not want to even get into politics to help change the dynamics of it. I remember my family members got so upset. I was called into a family meeting where I decided to run for
Oh, you're held to a family meeting?
Of course. You know, when you go into my family, my father comes from Pime Kropong.
Okay.
Clearly, I'm sure the name rings a bell.
Oh, yeah, of course it does.
And it's difficult to be an NDC member in that area. Clearly, everyone in my family is NPP. Yeah. So why would you want to be an NDC member? That's even enough. Why do you want to go and run for the ticket of going?
The NDC.
Yeah. Why would you do that?
So the problem was not that you were going into politics,
no,
but you were going to run on the NDC ticket.
Of course,
if you're running for them,
they simply did not understand it, and I still have family members who simply can't even get themselves to say hello to me when they meet me at family meetings or gatherings or social gatherings or anything. But I simply am not bothered. I'm determined, I'm focused, and nothing will change my mind. I believe in the National Democratic Congress. I relate to them. That's why I'm comfortable. Nobody will change that. What I want to do for humanity and how humanity will remember me when I'm no more is what is important to me, and nobody can change my mind.
Wow, wow, wow. Just love, man. So the next question I'll ask logically is, okay, you want to do something for humanity.
Of course.
You want to create change for humanity.
Yes, even if I can't do it nationwide. I can do it for the people I live with.
Exactly.
I run for a constituency that I live in. I live in the constituency. I lived there for 10 years. So I know what they go through in the constituency. So I simply thought that they needed somebody who lived there, understood the issues. Because if you don't live in it and you don't understand the issues, you cannot work in it, you cannot deal with the situation. You understand me? But they simply did not, they simply thought that I should have come on another ticket and it would have been easier for me. But even when I lost my elections, I still was not deterred. I continued to work in the constituency. I've done so many things. I'm sure that you know about it. You've read in the newspapers, you've watched on the television. And I continue to do it because it simply has not changed anything just because I lost an election. It has not changed anything. It has even made me a better person.
Yeah, so it was strategically,
of course.
Are you going to continue doing that so that you can now convince them to win power? Or is it because you really want to change the community?
I really want to change the community. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to contest again. I'm going to contest. And I want to lead the people in the constituency. I believe that they deserve somebody who's selfless. They deserve somebody who understands the issue. They deserve somebody who lives with them, shares their pain, and understands exactly what their problems are. And I will put myself out there again. I know that I have worked so hard from 2012, and now they understand that it is not about political colors. It is about who can do the job. You live in a constituency that you lost an election, that you have a member of parliament, but clearly when you walk in the constituency, people point at you and say that that is the MP. Isn't that interesting? It's exciting. It gives me the strength to continue doing what I'm doing, and I'm happy about that.
All right. Having said that, generally our politics in Ghana, like you say, you are fighting hard because you think you are qualified to make a certain level of difference. But, of course, your name doesn't belong to a certain party. And it's not just your party, it's across. You know, well, with all, you know, if there's somebody called, and this I'm doing with all respects, Alavanyo Segbafia or somebody like that, you know.
Why is he not in NDC?
Yeah,
what's
who's
he
going
doing
to run
in
on
MPP?
an MPP ticket? That question will come up. Is that just natural?
We need to change our mindset. We should think about the people we represent. That is the most important of everything that we do. Because it is about the people. When you take the mandate of the people, you have to give them what you promised them. It's not about taking the mandate and just sitting somewhere, enjoying yourself. And people simply think that you go to parliament and go and take the 4x4s and you get the monthly rent and all that and you forget about the people. No.
Is that
has to change.
Yeah. But is it because that's happening? Because that's the refrain.
Because it is happening.
Yeah.
And that's why the people simply are getting tired, sick and tired of voting for the people. Because they simply think that you come to take the mandate, you get lost in the midst of everything, come back when it's election and tell us to re-elect you, you understand me? What's the point? If you are not up to the task, you're not ready to do the work, don't go and ask for the mandate of the people.
Yeah. So in effect, politicians are the cause of that?
Yeah,
because they haven't delivered?
Most of them.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all of them.
Yeah,
most of them.
Yeah.
And that's why we always get these problems about people going to get re-election and all, and they simply lose their primaries. You understand me? If you have run for a constituency for 12 years and you simply cannot show even a public toilet that this is what I use my common fund for, what's your business giving you another 4 years? I will not advise anybody to do that. I'm saying that I will come to you, tell you that within 4 years I can do A, B, C, D. Vote for me. If you believe in what I have told you and you give me the mandate, when I win, that is my priority. And that's what I have to do for you. Because you have put your trust in me. You believe that if you give me the mandate, I will do what I have promised you and I will deliver it. So of course, why shouldn't I?
Yeah.
But they always forget what they've promised the people.
Yeah.
And that's when we start getting all these feedback from their constituents and all when they go back to seek for re-election.
Yeah. And there's also the talk about, well, you go into parliament and it's mostly about legislation. You're there to make laws. Yeah, to change policy.
What happened to the people who put you there?
That's the thing. They say the politicians are promising to do certain things in the community. Meanwhile, their powers are only limited to that of being legislators. How do you react to that?
No, but I simply think that when it comes to the work of parliament, you have to do it. You understand me? You have the mandate to do it. But why do you forget about the people who put you there?
Yeah.
It's simply not on. And I simply think that when people go to I call them foot soldiers and all. When you go to them and tell them exactly what you want to do for them, remember to fulfill your promise so that they don't feel stabbed in the back.
Okay. Well, let me get personal now. Let's talk about Obuobia, the personal, what do you do to relax? Who is Obuobia outside of politics?
I drive. I'm a very good driver. I take long drives.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Just
to cool down?
With my loud music and I'm off.
Really?
I get my chalewote and my shorts and I'm off.
And what kind of music
That's
do you listen
when
to?
I unwind. I listen to a lot of romantic music. I listen to all these cool jazz, classicals. I don't like the noisy ones. Sometimes I do when I'm all in the midst of my friends and all, but I just want to cool it off with something very slow, a very good classical music, and I'm off. I drive, I unwind, I correct all my mistakes in my head, and I come back fully relaxed. My strength is renewed.
Any particular place you go to when you drive, or just?
I love to sit at the beach with my storybook. I read a lot, so I sit down, I read. Sometimes I put a book aside. I just look at the sea.
So Obuobia married?
No, Obuobia has been married before.
Oh, he's been married before,
sure.
yeah?
But I'm a very fulfilled single mother of two.
Oh, you have 2 kids?
I have 2 boys. My eldest son is 16 years old, and my younger son is 13 years old.
Oh, wow. Any possibility of remarriage, or you're cool now? And
I'm not sure about that. It's not my priority. I simply shy away from talking about marriage issues because I think that people think it's a bit sacred. People simply do not want to touch on those subjects because it's a bit sensitive. I'm sure that you don't want to know my opinion about...
Oh, I'd love to know.
We live in a society that people simply think that when you are not married, there's some kind of myth about it. I don't believe in it. I believe that I am single. I've been single for 10 years. I've looked after my kids beautifully. I live with them, and the 3 of us have become like we bond big family that we do not miss anything. So even if we do not add a father onto the list that we have, I'm not sure it will change anything, but there's a certain perception out there. I remember when I was campaigning, the lady who was on the other political party's ticket went on platforms to tell the people why would they want to vote for somebody who did not have a husband, who will go around chasing people's husbands and all those things.
Wow.
I just thought it was petting.
Yeah.
But I forgave her.
Yeah.
Because of our own perceptions and all the things that we say about people who are not married. But KSM, it is not all women on earth who will get married. True? Let's change our perception.
Yeah. It's going to be an uphill task, though, getting people to understand this. What you and I think is quite simple.
That's why I'm telling you, there's a very sensitive subject.
Yeah, you don't.
I wish that we move on. Otherwise, my phone is going to ring off the hook. Somebody is even going to decide not to vote for me.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Well, so the next big thing is you're going to go for it again. What have you been doing in the community? You said you have not ignored them.
No, at all.
Yeah.
I set up the Obuobia Foundation.
Okay.
Basically, service to humanity is my passion. And I'm thinking that, okay, you don't need to just be in Parliament to do it. So even though I did not win my bid to get into Parliament, I will still work for the people. I'm on the ground. The Obuobia Foundation has adopted about 10 students in the constituency. Brilliant but needy kids. Some are in the nursing school, some are in tertiary education, others are primary basic school students. We look after them, we pay their school fees, because clearly we know they are the future leaders of this country. They need a push and they will make a difference in society.
So let's say you go again, you don't win again, the foundation still continues?
Fantastic. Obuobia Foundation has come to stay. I keep telling my kids that I'm going to set it on a very good platform, and it's my prayer that even when I'm no more, they can continue with the Obuobia Foundation, because what the Obuobia Foundation does is my passion. I love what I do, and I love the focus of the foundation.
To play the opposing advocate, I hate the word devil because I don't believe in him. But so I say, okay, well, she can do that, you know. She didn't win, but her government is in power. They are giving her money to set up foundations. So where is the Obuobia Foundation raising funds to help the kids?
Do you know how many people lost their elections for the 2012 parliamentary elections? I don't know. But how many of them are taking this initiative? You can choose to go to bed and come back in the next year and contest. Who is going to ask you? You don't owe the people anything, because at least you came to tell them that they should vote for you so that you can give them A, B, C, D. They didn't buy your message. They didn't vote for you. So you have no obligation. You are not abided by anything. So simply you can lose elections, go to bed, and come back again. You understand me? So why is Obuobia still out there and working? It's a passion. It's because I love to do what I'm doing. And I've told you, when I'm no more, I want to be remembered for what I did for humanity. And that is my passion. And I'll continue to do it. I'm not deterred by what people say and all the naysayers and all the things that people simply say to hurt you, to discourage you. No, it doesn't do anything to me. It makes me stronger.
Show us some love, man. Show us some love. Do you gym?
I have a personal trainer.
You have a personal trainer? Well, Pulse Fitness, who are associated with us, they're giving me a 3-day guest pass to give to all my guests. So just in case your trainer doesn't show up and you feel like...
You should come with me.
Yeah, I will. There's one at the Lizzie Complex Center, and there's one at the World Trade Center. So that's for you.
Thank you.
As a KSM guest. 3-day free pass. If I have to come and drag you out myself, I will.
I can't wait.
Put your hands together for her one more time, man. Obuobia, thank you so much for coming, joining us, and wish you all the best. And we'll talk to you again.
Very soon.
Sure. Yes.
When I have won my primaries.
When you've won the primary.
And I've won my elections.
There. There. Okay.
Thank
Put yours
you.
together. Obuobia Darko.
The KSM Show.